Limited, a grandchild. My name is Sudhi London. My licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions.
You're gonna be okay, but I hope you. And I kept calling her name, but she wasn't answering.
Body camera footage from King Road shows what happened the day police responded after 4 University of Idaho students were found murdered in their home.
Where's she at? Yep, where's she at? Where's she at?
I go through the police response and what those surviving roommates told officers about what they saw and heard.
I heard her scream, and she ran upstairs because she saw someone. That's what I'm pretty sure she said. Someone's here, and she screamed and just ran downstairs. And I called for her name, but I jumped up and locked my door because I was so scared.
Officer Mitch Nunez was the first officer to arrive at 1122 King Road. He believes he's responding to a call for an unconscious person.
Where's she at? Yep, where's she at? Where's she at?
Yes.
Where at? Up here? Up here, up here.
Today I'd like to talk about the body cam that was released yesterday. It is redacted and the faces are blurred off, which is right in my opinion. As soon as the cops come upstairs to the second floor, I want you all to pay attention closely to the table. You have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, I see 18 red cups, red plastic cups. And we have the blue bowl that we used to actually see from the crime scene photos almost 3 years ago. We always saw the picture from the outside of the house, never from inside of the house. So now we're getting a clearer picture. If you pay attention, you don't see any knife on the table. Hunter Johnson said that he left the knife on the table. But stranger enough, when he takes the officers to Ethan and Xana's room, and he comes back, then you see the knife on the table. So that is a red flag for me. I do understand stress can play on your mind, but that is not something to forget. It is a large pointy knife. I'm not saying that was what was used, but we don't know what was used because the knife was never found. Keep that in mind. What I observed from this picture is there was a party here, definitely, a large gathering. Although DM said that they had a party 2 nights ago, I think that would be wrong because there was a sorority party that DM invited Kaylee to be a +1. For whatever reason, we would never know. Since there won't be a trial. What happened here? Was someone attacked while they were chilling? I personally believe that this was the frat sororities who were involved in these crimes. This is all my opinion and I'm entitled to my opinion. From the 13th of November 2022, I've been focusing on this case, researching, digging deep. This is a case that affects you emotionally, mentally, because this is not something that happens. This is not something that should be happening in a college town. And when there's a plea deal, for whatever reason, that clearly proves that we're not going to get the truth. Koberger refused, to explain what he did, allegedly, because we don't know if Koberger did this. And there's no trial for the roommates, surviving roommates, to confront the jury about what exactly happened. So let's go back to this mess. Let me start by saying this is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions. And let me start by saying, may the 4 victims rest in peace. May the correct justice be served someday. While I'm observing what is here, I'm noticing something. I'm noticing something. Pay attention to the left. There's a big bottle lying on that small black table. It could be anything. What if it's an alcohol bottle that is laced, that is custom made, homemade, or something? Was these students spiked, these victims, is my question. Strange, we haven't seen this before. Just zooming in. Wonder what this drink is. There's plastic cups on the floor too. I personally believe that they got attacked while they were chilling. Pay attention to the fact that DM said Kaylee was in the living room dancing. Okay. If Kaylee was dancing and chilling in the living room, I don't think Kaylee would be chilling in this mess. I really believe that she would have gathered all these cups on the floor. Nobody chills like that. So that is a red flag for me. I want to know what that bottle is. I always keep in mind what Dave said. If y'all remember Dave in the beginning, Dave who spoke to Dateline, ABC Dateline, a year ago, and he spoke in the beginning. He always said that he was on his way to work at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning, and he was on a Snapchat group chat. Interestingly enough, so was Jack Showalter in the new report. And he said that the social media was going wild, saying that there was a homicide that happened at 1122 King Road, and that the victims OD'd on a bad batch. Bad batch of rugs is what he was talking about. What if the drinks was laced? And what if the students were unalived after that? If 1 or 2 of them was OD'd, they could have panicked and made it look like a homicide happened. Anything is possible. In this case, I believe that nothing should be taken out of the table. Nothing should be taken off the table. Everything is possible. We're dealing with people who are drinking gallons of vodka. DM did not know if she was dreaming, if she was hallucinating. She said she had blurry vision. Everything was fuzzy for her. So how are we supposed to take someone like DM as a victim or as a witness? I personally wouldn't take her to be any of them. Pay attention, there's no knife.
And I didn't check them yet, but I'm pretty sure 13. Okay, do it. I don't know if there's something in that.
There's no knife. I don't know if everything is redacted, that once they take out the things on the table and once they put them back, but I still do not see a knife till later. So my question is, did Hunter put back the knife later on? This whole crime scene was done very unprofessionally, to be honest. I do understand that the first cop that came to the scene, Nunes, was only 22 years old. Almost the same age as the victims, as Kaylee and Maddie. But why wasn't backup called immediately? Even if Idaho, Moscow has a low staff for police, they have neighboring areas. Spokane and other nearby places, they could have called for backup immediately. The FBI should have been on the scene because this could be a case where the suspect could have crossed state lines. That is what the FBI is made for. But yet again, that didn't happen. You can see that Hunter has come back to that table. He showed the cops his room, where Xana and Ethan would have been found, allegedly. The officer told him to go. And now they're walking past the table once again. I don't see a knife. Do y'all? When did Hunter put back the knife? Is my question. Isn't this interesting? Now we see the knife. The knife wasn't there. So was Hunter carrying a knife, walking with the cops? Although it's blurry, you can clearly see that's a large knife, really pointy on the edge. And there you see Hunter. So did he put the knife back now? Let's go back and check. Let me know, guys, what y'all see and what y'all think.
Okay, stay back there, please.
You see there's no knife?
And I checked this user's real. And I didn't check him yet, but I'm pretty 13. Okay, do it. I don't know if there's something in that.
There's still no knife.
1370.
So Hunter must have put back the knife now.
Okay, stay back there, please.
Now we see the knife on the table.